Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things, Monday through Friday at noon. And thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you had a great weekend and hope you had a great morning. It is Monday, the 27th of October. Couple more days. Halloween, October over, and we're already into November. We got a lot to talk about today, folks. Of course, we'll talk about my good buddy coming on at about 12:35, Mike Jr. from Hardcore Italians. Of course, they sponsored the great Hardcore Italians Blackhawks Sunday game yesterday, and what a great event that was. We will talk about. I'm going to tell you something, and I'll make this announcement after Mike is on the show. Mike's going to be on right after the Ace Hardware weather at about 12:35. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about a lot of good stuff that happened this weekend. We'll also talk about a little interesting post that was put on Facebook about yours truly. And we will talk about that before the end of the show. It's Ocean's Pit. Every show is dedicated to the first responders, the men and women in the military. Let's not forget all our veterans who fought for our country. Thank you so much. Check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com, and give us a call at 847-769-8609 to book a show. Guys, it's showtime. Take it away, Richie from Seventh Heaven. It's Monday, folks. I hope you guys are having a great day. What a great weekend. We'll start off with so much to talk about. First of all, we'll talk about Mama C back home. Of course, if you guys are joining us, you know that she had a valve replaced. The surgery was Friday morning. Big success. Thank you again for all the texts and emails and phone calls regarding my mom. She came home on Sunday. My sister stayed with her Saturday night and Sunday. And of course, I got to see her this morning. You got to charge that little monitor that's on her chest. Got her some breakfast, and she's watching TV, just doing what she's doing. So she's back again. Thank you so much. And so Mom is very happy. I'm sure she's going to feel better once she takes that thing off and get back to is what it is. So thank you for that. Number two, I want to thank, what a great weekend we had. Chicago Prime Steakhouse was on fire. I want to thank Jumpin' Jerry Jams, Lee Stevens. Great job on Friday. That was so much fun. I also want to thank, since we didn't do the show on Friday, I want to thank everybody that showed up at Positano's in Oak Brook on this past Thursday, Jerry Jams. I want to thank Louis Pipes. I want to thank the great Kim Peterson LeFew for coming in and helping us out while Lisa P was out on the Bahamas. But Kim did an incredible job. So thank you very much. Saturday, sold out show at Taverna on Division. I want to thank you all for coming. Double T, great job. Of course, great seeing my good friend Raffaello and Jackie from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Taverna was fantastic on Saturday. And of course, Sunday was the big Hardcore Italians trip to the Chicago Blackhawks games against the Los Angeles Kings. And we're going to have Mikey from Hardcore on, Mike Jr. on, at about 12:35, right over the Ace minute. Speaking of Ace, they got a lot of good stuff happening. Ace Hardware sponsors Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things. This starts November 1st through December 1st. Blackstone 28-inch griddle with hood. That's right, folks. $279 down from $399. That's a $30 savings. Get a $10 gift card and get a free $10 gift card when you purchase a $50 gift card. That's a two limit, baby. Two limit. Boy, these deals just keep getting better and better. Save up to $150 on Milwaukee Pack Out. Save between $50 and $150 on Milwaukee's storage system when you spend $199 or more. Christmas lights are on sale out Do your neighbors with strings of 100 starting as low as $9.99. Get your Christmas directions. Turkey brine bags of Chef J's. Turkey brine only $8.99 down from $13.99. Savings up to 35%. The holiday savings are huge. And November 7th, we're going to have Ralphie back on. Of course, Raffaello from Ace Hardware, the man, the CEO, is going to call, and it's going to be called Ask Me Anything. Anything you need to know about household chores and everything or stuff around the house, Raffaello will help you. Also, we'll be talking about snowblowers. And that's going to be next Friday, November 7th. This is Ace Hardware. Ace is the place by local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Our good friends from Ace Hardware. All right, so we're going to talk about a lot of stuff going down. First of all, we'll talk a couple things. Celebrities have passed. David Ball, one of the duos from the band Soft Cell. Remember Tainted Love? David Ball has passed away at the age of 66 years old. From the TV show Nashville 9/11, actress Isabella Tate dies at the age of 23 years old. And Marcy Free, one of the former lead vocalists of the rock band King Cobra, dies at the age of 71 years old. Also, the great June Lockhart. You remember her from the original Christmas Carol? She was also on Lassie and, of course, Lost in Space. The lost June Lockhart dies at the age of 100 years old, and our prayers go out to all their families. World Series game, of course, Toronto won the first one 11-4, and of course they lost the second one. So now Toronto and the Los Angeles Dodgers are both tied going into 3 games in LA. So it's going to be interesting what happens with the with the World Series coming up. Christmas Carol. Christmas is not that far away, folks. And I've got every copy of A Christmas Carol, every DVD of the Christmas Carol. I got books I love. It's one of my favorite books to read. It's one of my favorite TV shows. And they're making another one with the great Johnny Depp coming back into Hollywood. I want to see Johnny Depp playing Ebenezer Scrooge. I think it's going to be good. I know Jim Carrey did one a couple years ago, animated, but this is going to be Johnny Depp as Ebenezer Scrooge. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Absolutely. All right. A lot to talk about, folks. What are we going to say here? World Series tickets, we just talked about, number one. You know, folks, like around way up high, tickets are starting like at $625. If you're going to get any closer, like first row, second row, third, whatever, up there, $8,400 for World Series tickets. Crazy. Wouldn't pay them. Would not pay them when you can watch it from the house, watch it from the TV. Sit and relax. Let's see who's watching today, if we can. If it actually everything's moving a little slow. There's Albert, Sandra, thank you so much. There's how you doing, buddy? Great seeing you. Ryan, Emo, mom's doing great for tuning in. And the list goes on and on. Gambling. We talked about gambling. Slot machines are everywhere, right? They're everywhere. These little Stacy's, Penny Arcades, and all these different places, right? They're all over. They're popping up everywhere. You know where you don't see them? At least not till 2020. The airport. O'Hare Airport or Midway announced they'll be having slot machines, O'Hare Airport and Midway starting 2026. So now you can gamble and lose some more money as it is for all you gamblers out there. Marsha, how you doing? Great seeing Yolanda this past weekend also. Ellie Weinhardt, what's up, my dear friend? How you doing? Kathy Ippolito, California, in the house. I hope you guys are well. Don't forget, my good buddy Mike from Hardcore Italians coming on about 12:33. There's my good buddy Jeff Hunt. Sorry I missed your call yesterday, Jeff. Yes, he's in Pittsburgh now. Speaking of Pittsburgh, let's talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers going against the Green Bay Packers. Jordan Love against Aaron Rodgers. The man and the teacher against the pupil. And it was a great game. And, of course, the Green Bay Packers won 35-25. Aaron Rodgers. It's funny, Aaron Rodgers has beat every other team in the NFL except the Green Bay Packers. So, great game. So interesting stuff. There's my good friend Mary. There's my good buddy Mike Sr. from Hardcore Italians. And we're going to just say, I would save this stuff I was going to say about the Hardcore Italians and the event we did yesterday when Mike Jr. comes on about 12:35. Mike and his crew, Pete, and Mike and everybody that put that organization, that party together. It's a fourth one. I've been to 2 out of the 4. And let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you, Mike, this is the great hoodies that you missed. Look at this. Italian American 25. That's the year, of course. And what a price it was. $85 got you the hoodie, beautiful hoodie, a hat, and the ticket to the game. I thought they had almost about 300 people there. And we all started at Pompeii on Taylor Street where we had some food and some cocktails, and they had a bunch of raffles. They gave away hockey sticks, Blackhawk bags, gift baskets. Chris Chelios shows up from the Chicago Blackhawks taking some pictures. And it was just a great event with Danny, my good buddy Danny, and Joey Spins, and seeing a lot of great guys there, Mark and everybody, Gene and Jude's. And it was just a lot of fun. And again, thank you, Michael, for doing that. They do an incredible job. And of course, my son Tony showed up with his family, the Ramundis, with Ange and Jack and Michelle. So it was just a great event, and it was a lot of fun. Of course, unfortunately, the Blackhawks did lose to the Los Angeles Kings 3-1. But all in all, it was good. And we're going to have Mike Jr. on. He's going to tell us what else he's got coming up with Hardcore Italians. There's Erica. I like everyone wearing the white sweatshirts. Yeah, you can't beat this. A lot of people just wanted the jersey, didn't want to go to the game. And I'm sure you can go to Hardcore Italians and you can probably purchase these. I'm thinking there's a lot of good Hardcore Italian stuff on their page. And we're going to talk to Mike Jr. right after the Ace weather. And of course, let's finish one more topic when it comes to sports. The Chicago Bears. I'll tell you about the Bears, folks. Vanessa, how you doing? Great. You guys did everything together, and it was just great. Nice seeing you too. Ronnie B, what's up? The Chicago Bears. You know what? I've been saying this. Oh, also, I'll tell you something for you guys that are watching this for the first time. I showed up to the event at Pompeii with my Rangers jersey on, the New York Rangers hockey jersey. And I was going to wear it. I was going to wear it to the game because I always do when I go to a hockey game. But I said, when in Rome, I want to support the Hardcore Italians, and I actually switched into the jersey. And I'm going to tell you something. It's the first time ever have I wore a Chicago team, sports team, sweatshirt or shirt or hat of any kind. It's always been the New York stuff. And I love the Blackhawks. I still do. I think they're a great team. Of course, Rangers is still my team. I'm going to the Rangers-Hawks game in December with Spins. But Blackhawks, I like the Blackhawks. I do. I'm still a big Rangers. But thank you. The blue jersey did look good. Thank you, Vanessa. Robert Provenzano in the house. How you doing? Well, welcome to Ocean Spit. So the Bears lose 30-16. What are you going to say? I've been saying it from day one. They were beating a lot of shitty teams, and they've been winning luckily. Winning ugly, as you would say. First half, I talked to my buddy Jerry Jams today. The first half of the game, they looked pretty good. Now you're playing the Baltimore Ravens without their starting quarterback, Lamar Jackson, who their record is 1-5. Probably one of the worst teams. Even the Jets won. Justin Fields even won. So all I'm going to say, folks, it is what it is. I don't think that Williams is the answer. I know they had a couple of guys hurt, but I don't think they got a good coach. I believe he's a good coach. I think he's doing the best he can. But Williams is not the answer. I mean, 4 or 5 times they couldn't get even into the red zone. They're playing Cincinnati next week in Cincinnati. I don't know if they're going to have another win. I don't know if they'll beat Cincinnati. I don't know. Just my opinion. So I know a lot of Bears fans out there, but what are you going to do? All right. So let's talk about another sponsor real fast, folks. We're talking about real estate. And when you talk about real estate, one way to go. My good friend Mary Grievous. That's right, folks. Berkshire Hathaway Stark Real Estate. Don't just call me when you're ready to buy or sell. Contact me when you're considering buying or selling. Ever agent M. Grievous at StarkRE.com. Give her a call, folks. She's available. Assists buyers, sellers for sale by owners and listings. That's right, Berkshire Hathaway. Give her a call, 630-688-1. Take care of all your real estate needs. And then, of course, if you're going to talk about Mary with the real estate, you got to tell you about NTD Vacations. Last week, me and my good buddy Richie from Seventh Heaven went live on a special Tuesday night live broadcast, Ocean's Pit. We did it at 7:30 at night. And thank you for everybody that watched that. Richie from Seventh Heaven, who is in charge of, who owns NTD Vacations, and putting together Chicago Music Cruise #3 with me. Now, they've been doing it for 20 years. This is my third one we're doing with Seventh Heaven. And it's the brand new MSC World America cruise ship. It's a family-owned Italian ship, family-owned. It's a brand new ship. It's going to happen. It's 7-night Western Caribbean cruise, Miami, Honduras, Costa Maya, Cozumel, and Ocean Cay. You got to join us. Tony Ocean, the main event band, and Seventh Heaven. ChicagoMusicCruise.com. Put in Tony Ocean or give Mary a call at 630-688-1725 and say, I want to go on the ocean with Ocean. It's going to be fun. We got a busy week coming up too, folks. If Halloween is in the air, Halloween is this Friday, so we have three Halloween party costume chances for you guys to win some prizes. First of all, we're going to start this Wednesday. We're going to be at Rosario's in Roselle. Come dressed up. We're going to give away some prizes, folks. That's in Roselle this Wednesday with Double T Tony Toto, 7:30 start. And then Thursday that's the 29th of October. The 30th of October, we're going to be at the Village Pub in North Riverside with Jerry Jams. And first prize, best costume, $100 cash. Second prize, $75. Now, that's going to be Thursday. And on actually Halloween night, if you have no plans, Halloween night, Friday, October 31st, will be at Chicago Prime Steakhouse. They're going to have their very first Halloween party bash. Come dressed up. Gift cards, baby. A steakhouse. We're talking about one of the best steakhouses. Come dressed up Friday, 8 o'clock. The party at Chicago Prime. 3 chances for you guys to win. And then, of course, this Saturday, November 1st, Ocean's Rat Pack will be at the Roxy Theater in Lockport. I heard the regular show is sold out, but there is standing room only. And then November 2nd will be at the Western Springs Theater with the main event band, Daryl Armenstadt, Daniel Ramundi, Double T, Tony Toto is going to join Ocean's Rat Pack. And that's a 3 o'clock show. Two Rat Pack shows in a row. And I'm going into November 2nd. All right, so just so much fun we're having, and I hope you guys are having fun. Don't forget about 12:34, Mikey Jr. from Hardcore Italians will be joining us. I'm excited, and I'm excited that you guys are actually tuning in today. Jill, how you doing? Carol, how you doing? There it is. Mary Grievous just posted it on there. ChicagoMusicCruise.com. Mentioned Tony O, Joanne Lulo. I hope you're doing well. All right, so what else are we going to talk about? McDonald's, regular fry, small fry, large fry. Did you see now the new one? Extra, triple X, large fries. A thing looks like, it's like 2 of these things. These are cigars, by the way. It's like this with fries in it. Huge, triple X fries. You want to kill yourself? Order them. There you go. There's Kathy. I hope you're doing well. And yeah, so I haven't seen them yet, but it's kind of interesting. Italy, you know how much I love Italy. I didn't realize this, folks, but Italy, the second country with the most bald people, bald men in Italy. 45% of men who live in Italy are bald. 45%. You know what? I would love to go bald if I can look good, but my head is so screwed up. Look, it looks like it is what it is. Me bald right now would look really bad. There's guys out there that look bald, like Toto looks good bald. The Urlacher looked good bald. Then he got the hair, and then Vin Diesel, and there's a couple other actors. Jason, what's his name? They look good bald. I just don't have the bald look. I've got the pineapple look. Doesn't work for me, but hey, it works for everybody if you can do it. God bless you, folks. God bless you. And then we will talk about the post that was posted about a former former band member or former member of our old group. He had something he had posted on Facebook. High forehead. Thank you, Boyd. Thank you. Right. I would look bad. I would look like Guy Smiley, remember? Or Gary Gnu. No news, no good news, no news. No good news is good news. That's right. Or five head. There you go. Yeah, it's horrible. Giants, the guy broke his leg. He's out for the season, Ryan. Thank you for that. Yeah, very bad with my New York Giants. Okay. Interesting. Don't forget, show November 9th is the big concert. Tony Ocean and Friends. I try to do one every year. Ron Onesti was kind enough to let me do it again this year. We're going to do it part one in Des Plaines, happening Sunday, November 9th. Now, the Bears game is on at 12. We go on at 3 o'clock. It's Des Plaines Theater, oshows.com. Now, it's not just me, Tony Toto, Danny Ramundi, Daryl Armistad, and Jerry Jams. It's just not the main event band. We're bringing you 7 different singers that'll be joining the show. 7, not 3, not 2. And some of them, these people you've probably never seen. At least 2 or 3 you might have never seen before in my circle. Some of these people have not even played the big theater. So it's something good not only for them, for you, for me. It's going to be fun. Of course, we got the great Stephanie Lemon Brigner. Of course, she's with Chicago Hitmen, and you've seen her with Nixa Hodges and her band. Of course, she's fantastic. Call Me Joe and all that. She'll be there. Lisa P., which you see with me on Thursdays, one Thursday a month, and some of my shows, the great Lisa P. will be there. So that's cool. Joe Catafio from J50s, who just got back from England doing the Beatle Magical Mystery Tour. He'll be part of that show. Louis Swinging Pipes, Bobby Darin, Sinatra, and more will be part of that show. Jenny Imbardo, she's a great singer from Chicago, folks. She was living in Mexico, working out there. She got a great voice, good rock voice. She'll be joining the party. John Keys and vocals. He does a great job on her own. Christian Knievel, the daughter of Robbie Knievel, and of course, the great Evel Knievel will be joining us as well. And of course, a little hunk of love with Ronnie B. Elvis. That's going to be November 9th, folks. Des Plaines Theater, oshows.com. We gave away some tickets, and we'll give away some tickets again this Wednesday. This Wednesday will be a chance for you to win 2 more tickets to that show, baby. There's my good buddy Anthony Napolitano, the great drummer from our gang. That's right. And I got some of you people waiting for my comment, aren't you? I know that's why some of you guys are watching, and rightfully so. I don't blame you. But at 11:35, we're bringing in Mikey from Hardcore Italians. All right, folks. Did the movie theaters, how many people still go to the movie theaters? People say it's too expensive. It is too expensive. That's what killed it. It's got nothing to do with Netflix. It's got nothing to do with Hulu. It's got nothing to do with any of these Peacock, any of these shows where you can see these live movies on demand, blah, 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 blah. I don't think it's got anything to do with it. I think the movie theaters killed themselves. Why? $25 for popcorn, $12 for a bottle of water, $6 for a bottle of some candy. That's what killed the movie theaters, folks. Because the movie theaters, you get the seat, you lay back, you relax. Some of them have food. Some of them have, regular food. Besides, popcorn and that shit and pretzels and that. You can actually order a meal. They had a beer. They got hard liquor. Bring your own food to the theater. But that's what killed it. Carol Brandolino there. She'll be with us Tuesday. Twisted Tuesday. That's what killed the movies, not Netflix. $25 for popcorn, folks. $12 for a bottle of water. That's what killed the movie theater, folks. That's what sealed their coffin. Unless they do something else to change it, that's what it's going to be. Emo, with your mic and white, you pull. Yeah, looks like a dentist. My dentist's name is Dr. I Yankum. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, Mel Lennon Reed, how are you doing, my friend? Hey, speaking of hardcore Italians, Danny Mazzi from Armando Supermarkets. Buy local. Liberty Street in Elgin, Illinois. Shop at Armando. All right, I'm going to talk about something that came to my attention. Many years I was in a group called Chicago Rat Pack, a great group, and we played all over. We did the Piper's Alley Theater. It was incredible, successful show with producer Ron Onet, and we've had a good success with that. And another great entertainer in Chicago was part of the group. And of course, that group kind of ended, kind of took a little, it kind of just lost its fizz. When we lost the guy Lonnie, who played Sammy Davis Jr., and we had a couple other guys who played Sammy, it just kind of lost its thing. And then you guys know I started Ocean's Rat Pack. And of course, the Post said about me bad mouthing this particular gentleman. And I never bad mouthed the guy. I'm only going to tell you exactly what happened. People would come up to me and say, whatever happened to this person with Chicago Rat Pack? We've always kind of busted balls with each other. But you know what? He booked all the Rat Pack stuff. So when we were doing strong, it was fantastic. It just fizzled out like normal things do. And I'm going to apologize to you people who right now, apologize to him. I did call him. My mistake was not letting him know that I wanted to move on my own and form my own group, Ocean's Rat Pack. That was my mistake, and I apologize. I should have called him instead of finding it out on Facebook. But at that particular time, my management team at the time advised me not to. But I should have stepped up and said, hey, buddy, I'm going to go on my own. And that's what it is. So that's what it was. That's what I'm going to take. I should have not done that. And you guys know, if you follow me, I mean, he criticized me not knowing the lyrics. Absolutely, I don't. And you all know it too, folks. I'm brutal at lyrics. Still am. But thank God for Tony Toto and Jerry Jam. So now I have the screen that brings up the words. So I'm pretty good at it now. So yeah, there it is. I didn't call it ego, folks. I just call it taking control and going to a different. It faded, and I started a new group. My only mistake was not calling the gentleman personally after the years of us being together and saying, hey, I'm moving on my own. And that's the story, and you hear it here. Ocean's Rat Pack. And I wish the gentleman much success, whatever he does on his own. He's a great talent in the Chicagoland area, so I wish him the best. I do. So I'm going to cover that. All right. So look, I just took it out of the bag. We spent $45 for two of us to see a movie the other day. Ridiculous, Paul. You're absolutely right. $45 is nuts. That's pay-per-view money. So lower the popcorn, lower the bottled water, soft drinks, whatever. Put it back to normal so everybody can go and enjoy themselves. Danny, great seeing you Thursday at Positano's, buddy. I do appreciate it very much. Very, very cool. We got some other great stuff coming up, folks. Next Thursday, November 6th, we'll be at Zaza's in Lake Barrington. On November 8th, we'll be in Woodstock, Illinois. Woo! November 13th, going back to Tavern on the Point in Edison Park. Love that place. Very cool. And Rat Pack will be December 4th. We'll be at the Tivoli Theater for Christmas. Ocean's Rat Pack and the Rick Lindy Group at the Tivoli Theater. What a beautiful downtown theater in Downers Grove. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then also Ocean's Rat Pack will be in Indianapolis on December 6th at Mad Hatters. So a lot of stuff. Can't blame me for going with the momentum. There you go, Boyd. Would I expect any different from you, my friend? I would not expect any different from you. You're the man, brother. Hey, and I was just going to ask you guys this before a couple more minutes before we bring Mike on. What does the Chicago have that a lot of other states don't? I mean, we're known for pizza and food and jazz. At least we were. The Magnificent Mile, the sports teams. But then if you look at any other states, they all have basically the same thing. I can't speak for food, but I've never been to every 50 states. I might be maybe been to 30 out of the 50. Chicago, what do we have? Yes, Danny, I will be at Village Pub this Thursday for the Halloween contest. Me and Jerry Jams. Come dressed up, $100 first prize, 75 second prize. You have the lakefront. Thank you, Ellie. Governor Pritzker. That's what I mean. So, and number one was crime on my list. Crime. We have a lot of crime, but I'm sure there's crime in other states too. Portland. Sure, there was New York, L.A., Detroit. There's certain parts, but crime right now is big. Governor Pritzker right now is all over the news, whether he's winning millions of dollars and gambling or saying that there's no crime. And our Mayor Johnson, of course, crazy. They do have great entertainment. Thank you, Emo, for those kind words. They have tons of great entertainment in Chicago, and there's a whole bunch of different entertainment. Great restaurants, great venues. Windy City, not very windy. But, you go to Boston, you go to New York, you go to Jersey, Philadelphia. There's a lot of great restaurants and great food everywhere. So Chicago does have a great lakefront if you're into that. Yeah. Well, yeah. The governor says, Anthony, that crime is down. And it's down because some of that shit's not even getting reported. It's not down. Navy Pier is beautiful. Another great place. But I think other states might have their own thing. It might not be like Navy Pier, but it could be, Chicago is still a great city. It's still voted one of the great cities that people want to come and see. They don't know the inner stuff that's going on with all the bullshit with the crime and the politics and everything. But I'm sure every state has their own politics too. You know what I mean? It's just crazy as it sounds. Crazy as it sounds. A couple minutes. We're bringing up my good buddy Michael from Hardcore Italians. I don't see him in the waiting room. Michael, are you in the waiting room? Are you in the waiting room? Green room. Oh, I'm just texting because I don't see him coming up there. Anyway, so yeah, interesting. Now, here's another thing before I see Mikey come up here. Somebody's going to give you $30 million. Can you stay off? Can you drop social media completely? $30 million. Social media. Throw it away. Get rid of it. $4 million. Can't do it. Oaks and the Green are coming on in a couple minutes. That's the question. You get $30 million. Can you give up? Can you throw away? Can you get rid of social media? Now, everybody's on social media, whether you want to believe it or not. Social media is good, but can also be very bad. And we all know that. But can you get rid of it completely? Be very hard for me. But how else am I going to advertise my shows? How else am I going to advertise this show? But a lot of people are off social media, or they're not on every outlet. You know what I mean? They may be off Facebook. Maybe they'll just go to Instagram, or they'll be off Instagram, or maybe they'll just go on Twitter. Mario, great seeing you, buddy. Thank you so much. Great crowd in white. Yes, we all were in white, my friend. Great, of course, Spins, Danny Mazzi. It was great seeing everybody. So, Mario, thank you so much. And I hope you had a good time. And I can't wait to do it again. I want to talk to Mike. Why don't they do baseball and football? And let's go to every sport and have some fun with Hardcore Italians. $30 million to give up social media. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. You know what it's time for? It's time for the Ace Hardware Minute, folks. That's right. Ace Hardware Minute. It's the weather. Brought to you by Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy a local, shop local. There it is, folks. Woo! Okay, that's it. Are we ready? Here's the weather for Monday, October 27th. It's 56 degrees right now, folks. It's 51% humidity, 9-mile-an-hour winds. Not that bad. Not that bad. We're going to go fishing later on. and no rain in the forecast. So that's a great fall day to go out and put up some Halloween decorations and get your stuff ready. Go out and enjoy, take a walk, take the dog for a walk. That's brought to you by JRC Ace Hardware Stores. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. All right, Italians. Proud to be an Italian. And like I said, you're going to get some shit. Even people that say, Tony Ocean, he's not Italian. Oh boy. My real name is Joe Carrara. Italian. That's what I am. I speak it, I can read it, and I can write it. That's probably 70% of the guys that can't do it. So, very much Italian, even though people don't think I am. But anyway, we're going to talk about who is Italian and a guy who's got hardcore Italians. They do an incredible job, him and his father, and then Petey and the whole staff, Vanessa and everybody they have that work together to put this thing together, doing affairs, doing fundraisers, doing these things. Like I said, I'm wearing a Chicago Blackhawks. There it is, the jersey 25. Someone asked, hey, what number is who's the Blackhawk who's number 25? That's I thought at first too, but that's the year. An easy mistake. All right, let's see if we can get Mikey on here, folks. Mike, all right. Oh, I'm feeling good.
Hey.
I'm feeling this could happen. This could happen. Let's see. Come on.
Hey, you got me?
Put him up here a little bit. Can we get him in here? I'm just trying to click him in the screen here. You know, sometimes I get a little slow here. Wait. Trying to get my boy. All right, so we're sometimes you just got to give it a little light touch here. Mikey's here. The page isn't responding. Milton, come back in again. Let's say that. Hold on. Let's see if Mikey can go back out and come back in. Not working here. Frozen. Anyway, now everything is all screwed up here, right? All right, here we go. Hold on. There we go. Now I think we're getting it. Sorry about this, folks. Rejoining now. Let's see. Everything is a little slow here today. Let's click. Try to get him on here. Try to do. Wait. There he is.
You got me?
Mike, can you see me?
Yeah, I could see you.
I got you. I got you. I can see you. Hey, brother, thank you so much. I want to tell you and your dad and everybody watching, I have never wore a Chicago team jersey, hat, anything in my life. So yesterday when I show up at Hardcore Italians with my Rangers jersey on, and I said it's Hardcore Italian to win in Rome, I had to put on this an incredible jersey, guys. Look at this hoodie and Italian American 25. I love the Hawks. I do. I just love the Rangers better. But it was a great time. Michael, how are you doing, brother?
Doing good. A little hungover from yesterday.
You're
but
doing good. No kidding. Yes, I know. Joey Spins. We were all a little stoned. But you know what was fun about the whole thing? If you guys, if we don't know what we're talking about, if you guys don't know what we're talking about, Hardcore Italians does this thing with the Chicago Blackhawks. I think this was the 4th year they've done it. I think I was at the first one, and it was a lot of fun. And I missed the other because I'm always working. So I had a Sunday off, and I said, hell with it. I'm actually going, and we had a great time. Hey. Great food. Chris Chelios joining us for some pictures, and we talked to Chris a little bit. Mike, how long you been with Hardcore Italians?
We've been doing it like 12 years, a long time.
And it's you guys, how did you come up with this concept to do this in the game? Have you ever tried another sport besides the Hawks? Or maybe go to a Cubs game or a Sox game or anything like
Yeah,
that?
yeah. So a lot of the teams, believe it or not, reached out to us, just emailing us, and I feel like it's been a recent initiative by a lot of the teams to maybe fill seats where they're doing like heritage nights. And yeah, we actually did one with the Cubs last year. This year they didn't have a heritage night for some reason, but we're talking to the Chicago Bulls. They're going
Okay.
to have a heritage night. I want to say it's January 2nd, so that's the next one. But yeah, a lot of these teams. We talked to the Yankees even too. A lot of these teams now are doing heritage nights, and they're selling ticket packs, and they want they're trying to involve the community, which is good.
I think it's very good. How many people did you have in this group? It looked like it was over 200, right?
Yeah, yeah. I think it was 250, 275 around there. A lot of people.
Michael, how many members do you have on the whole Hardcore Italian organization, members wise, the people that join? How many people you think you have?
I mean, millions. We have 1 million on Facebook, 1 million on Instagram, a couple 100,000 on TikTok. So, we have Facebook groups with a couple 100,000. So we're everywhere.
It's very, very good. Okay, your dad says total was 279 people. So very,
Oh,
very
nice.
good. Thank you, Michael.
Mhm.
And you get a lot of support from the Italian community, right? Most of all, you get a lot of support.
Yeah. I mean, you know how it is sometimes, like it's probably 50-50 that, you know what I mean? I feel like some Italians kind of have the jealousy thing or whatever, and they don't want to support, but a lot of people in Chicago support. We do a lot of stuff around Onesti, and you know what I mean? Like a lot of the organizations like came, and like restaurants and groups and stuff came out to the event. So there's a ton of support, but I wouldn't say 100%. You know what I mean? There's always a little that
Yeah.
Italian thing.
Yeah, it's sad too. There's my buddy Jerry Maselli. Great seeing you, buddy. Michael, I don't even know why. I think when I was on your podcast,
Yeah.
Hardcore Italian podcast, why do you
Talked about
think
this.
that jealousy is there? You think it? Why do you think that happens? I mean, I know it probably happens in other nationalities, but we only hear it because of the Italians. Why do you think that is? Why are they so quick to turn?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like it goes back years and years. It's why there's the cornicello and and the Maloik and things like that, to ward off the evil eye. It's just been a part of our DNA. You know what it is? I think it's actually, it goes back to Italy and the taxes and things like that. Like I heard that in Southern Italy, they wouldn't like, you couldn't brag about, if you made any money or things like that because you would like get taxed. And you know what I mean? I think it does go back to the old country, obviously, and history, but that's
I
my
also
belief.
noticed with your group, and that makes a lot of sense. I also noticed in the Hardcore Italians, there's a lot of younger people that are jumping on this, and you're young at your age. I see a lot of younger people trying to support the Italian community, which I think that's fantastic because that shows the future. Correct?
Mhm. Yeah, 100%. That's the goal, to pass it down to the next generation. So it's nice. It is nice to see. I noticed a lot of people at the game yesterday for sure, younger.
Younger, which I thought was fantastic. I know you're a
Mhm.
busy guy. I'm just going to ask you a couple more questions here. What was your
Yeah,
whole take on, in your opinion, about Columbus Day in general? Now,
I
there was
mean,
always a little bit of a backlash on it.
yeah, I mean, I get annoyed that people just want to take away the day and like just have nothing to do with. I feel like people don't realize we have history, and like Italians were discriminated against when we came to the country, and Columbus Day was given to us for people to remember that, Italians, I don't know, people are racist to us, like it was given back as kind of a way to remember and like honor Italians. And I just have a problem, everyone kind of talks about Columbus or whatever. Like the problem is they want to get rid of it. Like call it Italian Heritage Day if you want or whatever. But I just want to remember the history, remember the sacrifices our ancestors gave when they came to the country. And I feel like if you get rid of the day, then what do we have,
No, I think so. He's died in 1539, and some people are still having with this particular. Okay, so did he discover that he got lost? Indians found it. Story is, if you go back at all history, let's go back to all your founding. Everybody had sort of, and every nationality had some sort of problems. But I want to make sure to support our like you said, they came, did what they're supposed to do, did they? Uh,
Yeah.
we need to keep that day. I think that's very good. And what do you think about is it Michael when it comes with all this local stuff going on? Is it hard to keep? Do you hear any of that in your group? Sometimes people post stuff about political stuff. Does that and it's hard to avoid right now with the way the world is. What do you think about that overall? Like, what do you think of Robert De Niro coming out and just going off on, Trump and everything like that, or president in general?
Yeah, I mean, we try to just stay non-opinionated towards any politics, because everyone has their own beliefs. We don't want to get in the weeds of politics, but we do like to, and I think there's often a misunderstanding. Like, we like to post about everything because we want the Italian community aware. If De Niro's saying this, we want the community aware. If they're trying to take Columbus Day down, we want to bring awareness. We want Italian Americans to be educated and like understand what's going on around them and around the culture. Because I feel like if we don't have any knowledge of what's going on, then what are we doing? So we usually try to stay, we just want to present the facts and let people do what they want with it, but even if we post about De Niro, people are going to be upset about it either way or whatever, but we just feel like we have an obligation to the community to bring awareness to topics and issues.
You're doing an incredible job. Your host staff and people putting together. You looks like you guys are put your heart and soul. It's not anything you guys do. It's not done cheap. Like it's not put together. You guys work very hard, and your stuff is very good. You did a segment with me and Joey Spins yesterday, and I remembered some of the questions. I'm going to ask you just a couple because
Okay.
I thought they were, first of all, incredible questions, and I thought they were very funny. But I'm going to ask you: did you have a garden in your backyard?
Yeah. Yeah. My grandfather did especially, but yeah, we always had a little garden.
Very cool. How many refrigerators do you have in your home?
At least two. We always had the one in the garage that had all the drinks, and then the freezer, it had all I think my parents too, they have a fridge in the garage, a fridge in the kitchen, and then they have a cooler too. You know what I mean? Or a freezer. So like at least 2 to 3 if you count the freezer.
Now, since you're a lot younger, I don't think you could have been a survivor of the wooden spoon or the branch because I think the parents are a little different. So I
Yeah.
don't know if that question actually counts
No,
because
luckily I
you're a
didn't.
lot younger.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a lot younger.
Yeah.
A favorite Italian dessert?
I don't know. That's a tough one. I I don't know. Probably tiramisu if I had to pick one. I don't know.
That's what I picked too.
It's
And the
hard.
Italian drink was hard for me to pick. I think I'd said a tall glass of brioche, which is for your stomach. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But do you have something? Do you like the espresso? What do you have when you want to just chill and relax?
Yeah, I mean, Peroni, I'd say. I'm a Peroni guy.
Okay.
I love Peroni, but
Are you a wine drinker, Michael?
yeah. Yeah, I love Chianti. I like
What
it dark, or
so you
dry
like a
and dark.
dark wine?
Yeah.
So do you believe that dark should go with the meat and the white with spaghetti, or do you just don't care if it's wine, you'll drink it?
I do believe there's something with that, but to be honest, I always liked red. I don't know. To me, like white wine is like, it's like juice. You know what I mean? It's like you're drinking juice. I like a dark, dry red wine. I don't know, but that's just my
Yeah.
preference.
And Mike, have you been to Italy? You and your family?
Yeah, yeah. Me and my wife, we just went on our honeymoon there in July. And we went for 3 weeks. So it was the best time of our lives, man. It was awesome.
Do you have family? Do you guys have family there?
We do have some distant relatives and stuff. We didn't connect with them on our honeymoon, but we do have some, down the line. I probably would have to look into contacting them and things like that. But yeah, there's still
Like,
some. Hmm.
and a couple more questions. Sinatra or Dean Martin?
I like Sinatra.
Okay, there you go. You can get 50-50 on that one. And
Yeah.
of course, who would you say, like celebrity wise, who would you say is the most popular Italian American if you look at celebrity wise?
Italian American specifically. I feel like everybody was saying Lady Gaga last night. But so I feel like in popularity, probably her. I mean, she's
Yeah,
super famous, right? Yeah.
right now. I mean, if you go
Yeah.
back with my age, you think of De Niro, who's not even all Italian. Pacino's mostly more Italian. You think of Stallone, Sylvester Stallone. You think about all that, and very, very cool. It's a lot of great stuff. Hardcore Italian. What's next for Hardcore Italian, Michael? What do you got? I know you guys got merchandise, all kind of merchandise. If they need to buy stuff, want to purchase stuff, how do they do that?
Yeah, hardcoreitalians.com. We have all our merch there. Got exciting stuff coming up. It's going to be Black Friday soon. And, we're doing a lot of new Christmas stuff and things like that. So yeah, hardcoreitalians.com is the way to go. And yeah, as far as what's next, I mean, Christmas is huge for us. We put out a ton of ornaments, a ton of sweatshirts. Like it's going to be fun. We're doing a lot of new products there.
Very cool. What about any more events coming up sponsored by you guys? I know you guys bought in Mike Marino. I know you guys bought in Kathy Narducci. You guys are very good with that, working with Ron and putting all that together. What, anything else that we got maybe coming up that you can talk about?
Yeah. So I know the Bulls for sure. We've been talking with them. That's probably the next thing coming up. But honestly, now it's winter. Events are winding down a little bit more. A lot of stuff's going to be January next year for the most part.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Very cool. And one last question.
Okay.
Gravy or sauce?
Sauce. No meat, gravy with meat. That's my answer. Probably get some flack for that, but
you're gonna get. I did this. I'd say the same thing. So we got the same thing. Michael, thank you so much for your time, buddy. I hope you and your father and your team, hardcoreitalians.com guys, join it. Don't have to be Italian to join it because it's very cool, and especially their merchandise. They got some great merch, very cool merch. And they're always been supporting the Italian community. Thank you, Michael, and to your father. God bless you, Petey, and everybody. Hey, first of all, Mike, if you didn't watch the game, Mikey and Petey took shots on halftime. What was that feeling like when you went down there for the first time? That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, you get nervous. I mean, it's when you step on the ice, it's just cool. Like you're just out there and looking around. It's just cool to be on the ice, But it's nervous shooting it because they give you 3 seconds. You have to shoot fast, and it's like, I don't know. It's not easy to make, obviously. So you're a little nervous, but it's cool. It's just cool. It's hard to explain.
And if you had a few pops, that doesn't make a little difficult too when you're trying to keep. Yeah. So, but you guys had a great time. You did great. And thank you, Michael, for your time and always supporting my career. Thank you for that. And thank you for what you keep doing, buddy. Have a nice holiday, you and your family. We'll talk soon. Thank you, Michael. Michael, hardcoreitalians.com in the house. Make sure you check them out. And they have their own podcast too. You know what? It's very cool. I just enjoyed myself. That's how much fun it was. And I posted a bunch of pictures and just being with those people. And some of the people I didn't know that well, but some I got to know some through the years. And like I said, and it's just a good organization. If you ever get a chance to join you see one of their events come up, or just look at the hardcoreitalians.com and look for yourself. Marion, there'll be my contest. The next contest for 2 tickets for November 9th will be on Wednesday. Tune in, and we're giving away 2 more tickets to November 9th. Tony Ocean and Friends show. I'm excited about that, folks, because that lineup, I've never done it, and you're getting 8 singers. So it's going to be, they're all doing 1 or maybe 2 songs if we can fit them in a piece. And the band will be there. And just like I said, Lisa P., Louis Pipes, Ronnie B. Elvis, Stephanie Lemon-Brinkner, Jenny Impardo, John Garini, Christian Knievel, Joe Catafio. It's going to be a fun. And some of you, like I said, some of you guys, some of you people who went to a Tony Ocean show have not seen some of these people with me. I know you haven't seen Jenny. You know you haven't seen Joe. John Garini, never. I think Christian Knievel you might have seen maybe once or twice. So they all have their own different style. It's going to be all over the map on Sunday, November 9th, 3 o'clock, Displays Theater, produced by Ron Onesti, oshows.com for tickets. Very, very cool. All right. So, my God, isn't that interesting? Let's get to our good friends from Imperialux, Wendy and Craig Imperialux. Oh, yeah. Folks, you try to become your own bank. Everybody wants to try to do it. They can help you. That's right. Imagine putting your money to work for you, becoming your own bank, making your dream retirement a reality with guaranteed lifetime income. Wendy Thompson, Craig Cobb can help you create personal pensions, grow your wealth, secure your legacy. It's never too late to start. Take charge of your financial future today. 630-890-1213 or book them on Kennelly for a free consultation and start building the retirement you deserve with our good friends from Imperialux. You gotta love it. We like to support local establishments, folks. That's what it's about. That's what we're trying to do. A company's looking for a publicist, a new company. Bernie DeMayo is the guy you should call. Get your name in the papers and TV and radio. Bernie DeMayo. That's right, folks. 312-217-5658. And you got to love it, man. And there's so many more other great companies. If you're looking for a great lawyer, Roy McCampbell, attorney at law. Everybody needs a lawyer now and then. A statewide law practice that's client-focused and results-driven. Give them a call at 708-275-4266. It's a lot of good stuff. Trico Hair Experts. Guys looking for some hair? Anthony and Carmela will do the job there in Rosemont. Call them at 773-999-7888. You're watching Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. Tomorrow is Twisted Tuesday. We will be back, of course, with Carol Brandolino. And guys, remember a couple things. Wednesday, Rosario's in Roselle. Costume party. Thursday, Village Pub, North Riverside. Friday, Chicago Prime Steakhouse's very first costume party. And then Saturday at the Roxy in Lockport. Sold out. Standing room only. Sunday, the Western Springs Theater with Ocean's Rat Pack. We're excited about all the good stuff coming up, man. Really am. And what else are we going to say? One thing I want to say to you is very important. I found this clip, and I thought it was interesting. Interesting facts about the subconscious mind. Think about this. It records everything. This is your mind. Always alert and awake. It controls 95% of our lives. It's built on, okay, wait, no, that doesn't count. It's a different column. It speaks to you in the dreams. It has no verbal language. It takes everything literally. It can do trillion things at once. It's not logical. It's the feeling mind. It's 1 in a million times more powerful than the conscious mind. It's crazy. You know, your mind is what it is. You know, people say you can't sleep because your mind is always thinking of shit, good things, bad things. You're always thinking, right? And I don't know. If you follow sometimes some of this stuff, it can be really, really bad for your health. It can. Oh, look at this. This is interesting. Now look at this gentleman. He thinks he looks like, I don't know if you can see it, but I got to get this thing worked where you guys can see some pictures. I have all this stuff on this side, and I have no clue how to run it, but I want to be able to put this. Anyway, you can't see the picture of this guy, but this guy looks like Attila Hun, not Sammy Hagar. A local man was taken into custody yesterday after allegedly impersonating rock legend Sammy Hagar at several local businesses, including 2 banks and a vape shop. Police say Ronnie Putman, 58 years old of Somersville, walked into multiple establishments claiming to be the real Red Rocker and demanding to open accounts under the name Sammy Hagar Enterprises. You're an idiot. Now you can drive to jail. What's wrong with these people? Now, this is sad to me. Alcohol consumption in the U.S. has fallen to an all-time low, but gambling is at an all-new high. More people are stopping drinking, I noticed, and they're either doing the pot or the vape. Is it probably more safer? Right? Depends on what you're smoking. I don't smoke pot. Put me to sleep. Gave up all that stuff a long time ago. Sometimes I take a gummy every now and then to try to sleep. But if you take the wrong gummy, I'm going to tell you, my buddy Mr. P, he's up in heaven. It was Christmas time. He goes, hey, Merry Christmas. So I bought, me and my wife were sitting, me and Laura sitting there watching TV. I take one. An hour goes by, nothing happens. I take another one, nothing happens. I'm going, what the shit? All of a sudden, Johnny Carson comes out of the TV and comes into my living room, sitting right next to me. Woo! You got to be careful on that one. Funny stories, but that's how you learn, right, from some experiences. Yeah, so alcohol is low, and that's not good for restaurants and establishments. It's official. The U.S. will stop making pennies. Businesses will start rounding cash transactions into the nearest 5 cents once pennies become less common. Pennies gone. Another part of history that's just going away. David, I hope you're doing well. Dennis, how are you doing, buddy? I hope you're doing well too, buddy. Wow. Let's see. Florida's new DUI law. Wow. Could land you in prison for 30 years. Boy, you want to get strict now, folks? We're just talking about alcohol consumption going down. You want to get strict? 30 years? Florida just got a lot tougher on DUIs. Even refusing a breath test can now land you in jail. Trenton Law Bill 687. Even a first-time refusal to take a DUI test after a lawful arrest will now be criminalized, classified as a second-degree misdemeanor, and punishable up to 60 days in jail and a $500 fine, in addition to a 1-year suspension, driver's license, blah, 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 blah. Horrible thing, folks. Horrible. Florida. Whew. Now we'll save some of this stuff. Damn it. Damn it spelled backwards is still damn it. Wait, damn it, I'm mad spelled backwards is still damn it, I'm mad. Ryan, yes, of course we're friends, buddy. Wait, figure that out. Damn it, I'm mad. If you spell it backwards, hey, we learned. So I think there's an old, that was old. Somebody told me that. It's an old joke. Stephanie Wachowski delivered her daughter early at the age of 34 weeks on Tuesday while she's going through breast cancer. A Naperville mother, fourth baby. Congratulations, Stephanie and the family. That's good news. I mean, Newsweek, GOP Congressman James Comer said the evidence gathered of the House Oversight Committee does not implicate President Donald Trump, and noted that public reporting, survivor testimony, and official documents now show that President Bill Clinton had far closer ties to Jeffrey Epstein. Well, we kind of knew that. That's old news. Now, could this happen? This could be interesting. Florida, Texas, Ohio, Indiana are the first 4 states planning to try to ban property taxes. Do you imagine if you can ban property taxes? Or do you imagine if once you paid the house off, you don't owe taxes on it anymore? Just what can they probably do maybe to help the everyday middle class, low class, whatever it is, guy trying to make ends meet? Why does everyone have to be so greedy? If Florida, Texas, Ohio, and Indiana does it, that would be huge. If just one state does it, maybe the other states will jump on there. Yes, our prayers for the hurricane that hit Jamaica up that way. Also, I don't know, my buddy Carlo Joseph and his daughter Gabby, they're up on a cruise ship. I don't think they're near Jamaica. I sure hope not. I don't even know if they're listening, but Diana, if you're out there, prayers go out to your mom. I hope you're doing well. I like this person, this particular post that she said, the devil reverses the truth. Be careful of who is telling you the story. Hoo-hoo. Is that a good one? That is a huge one. Huge. All right, folks. Wednesday, 2 free tickets. We're going to give away 2 free tickets to Tony Ocean and Friends, November 9th. Tomorrow's Twisted Tuesday. Guys, we got birthdays in the house. Monday, October 27th. Birthday. That's right. Leslie West of Mountain, Mississippi Queen. Pierce Brunson, James Bond, 71 years old. Carrie Fisher from Star Wars. Zach Hansen from the Hansen Brothers. Do-up, ba-ba-ba-do-up. Yeah. Eddie Briganti from the Rascals turns 80 years old. Johnny Carson would have been 100 years old, the greatest late-night talk show of all time. Oh, Hugh Fraser. You played Hastings at the Perot shows. One of my favorites. Love it. Dwight Yoakam, for all you country fans. Weird Al Yankovic, 66 years old. Ryan Reynolds, actor, 49 years old. Bob Odenkirk, I like him, 63 years old. Big Sammy's. Gotta love Big Sammy's fast food, the beefs, the sausage, the burgers. Big Sammy out there, happy birthday, 65. Annette Fenicello would have been celebrating a birthday. Raul Julia, another actor. Wow. Billy Wyman, one of the very first bass players for the Rolling Stones, celebrating a birthday. And Jeanette Capanello, wherever you are, Jeanette, I know she watches the show. We do appreciate it very much. Hope you had a great birthday. And Pele, one of the great soccer players of our time, celebrating a birthday. Well, guys, it's that time. No, Rose, they're in the Bahamas. Thank you. Ryan, hurricane is a category 5, 175. It's horrible. It's just scary when you're out there, man. Scary. It's time for us to go, folks. Don't forget, Wednesday night, costume party at Rosario's in Roselle, 7:30. Thursday night, Village Pub, North Riverside, $100 cash prize, first best costume, $75 cash prize for second prize. That's Friday, Chicago Prime Steakhouse, very first costume party. We're going to give away gift cards and prizes. That's Halloween night. Saturday will be at the Roxy in Lockport with Ocean's Rat Pack, and Sunday will be at the Western Springs, Western Springs Theater in Western Springs with Ocean's Rat Pack. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I want to thank Mikey Jr. from Hardcore Italians. Go to hardcoreitalians.com. And thank you, Mike, too. Mike Sr. and everybody, Vanessa and Petey and everybody. They do an incredible job at Hardcore Italians. Tomorrow, Twisted Tuesday with Carol Brandolino. Guys, buy local, shop local, support local establishments, support live entertainment. Be kind to one another. We're not all going to get along. And if you're offended by this show or anything that says on anything you watch, just because you're offended doesn't mean you're right. But thank you for watching here on the Tony Ocean Show Facebook page, on the Mo Carrara page. We're on LinkedIn. We're on YouTube. We're on Ocean's Pit Facebook page. Yeah. Be back again tomorrow. Our good friend Ringo Starr up in heaven, John Lennon up in heaven, and the great Ringo Starr that's keeping the Beatles' name afloat says peace and love. And we need it more than ever in this world, man. Have a great day. And thank you all for being you and letting me be me, whether you like it or not. It's going to be 63. It's hard to change. But we all need to improve. We all need to try to get better as much as we can. Guys, have a great one. God bless. Nick, the piano man, take us out. Bye-bye.
Time to go, it's the end of the show. See you later from Tony O.
These breads are back. You love them? You know they're great. All the great flavors. Contact my sister-in-law, Natalie, at 847-523-0400. Natalie Bosch on Messenger. That's BOSCH.